Welcome to another one of our great lives stories, from success to significance. Today you're going to hear the story of Angelique Kidd Smith, the daughter of a Navy admiral. She now lives in Columbus with her husband. They've raised 2 children, and Angelique was ready for the next great chapter in her life. She'd been to Ethiopia and had done a Habitat for Humanity project there when some of the villagers asked if she would help build a school. And from that little seed, the dream called the Community Project was born. Listen for the ways that Angelique overcame obstacles. We're Americans, she says. We figure these things out. Fortitude, passion, and at the end, just letting God lead her to the resources that she needed. It's a beautiful story. It's one we hope will inspire you to live your great life, to tell your great story. If we can help, we'd love to. Enjoy the story.
I had an idea that I really wanted to go to one of the few places left in the world where communities lived close to the earth and all life was mainstreamed. We didn't put the elderly people over here and the children over here and that sort of thing. And so there are a few places left in the earth. South America is one, and I read about Africa. I wanted to go and see that with my own eyes and learn from it. And so the first day in Addis Ababa, I saw exactly what I came for. A man dressed up in a business suit, obviously going to some kind of a meeting, has a man on his back with no legs and holding his cane. And he's walking down the street like this, signals a man in a business suit coming this direction, puts this gentleman on his back. He turns around and goes the direction he was not going, taking this stranger who had no legs off, and they traded off to take this man to his destination. And a blind person would be waiting on the street, and somebody dressed for business, goes over and whispers something in their ear and starts to take the person in the direction they wanted to go. And I asked the translator, I said, what do they say? Because they whisper something in the man's ear. And he said, they say, Father, where are you going? And it's everybody's job. And I just thought it was the sweetest, most loving, wonderful thing. I thought, this is what I came for. I want to be part of this. And so I signed up originally to go over there on a Habitat for Humanity project. So the Habitat for Humanity site, we worked helping build houses for the needy. And then at the end of the project, the people in the community asked us, would you help us build a local school? Because our girls don't get to go to school. They stay home to take care of the younger children. And so we looked around and we said, okay. And we had no idea how we would do it, of course, but we thought, we're Americans. This is what we do. We say yes, and we go home and we, ask each other for knowledge, and we'll do it. And so we went to the mayor's office, and he allotted a certain piece of land. It was 2.4 acres. And then went home, and then a group of us came back, a co-founder, another woman and I decided that we would take the project forward. And so we founded the Community Project in Columbus, Ohio, at the Secretary of State's office for $25. The most important quality is fortitude. You just never give up. Their thought process is usually to stop and give up. And they just sink down because they are stopped all along from childhood, with the lack of resources and all. And they don't think, oh, if we went to this direction, that kind of creative thinking is not part of their culture in poverty. And that's what we will give in our school site, because we have block production. We're making our bricks right on the site with a handmade machine and press, and they'll see what pieces mixed together to make a block of soil, and then you have a block, made out of soil, and then you have to dry it in the sun and so on. And then we'll have bamboo production so that the children can see this value stream. Oh, fastest growing plant in the world, and then you hire people that are going to harvest it and then make it into furniture and then make it into baskets, and then it's even used as biofuel. And then we're giving away all of the bamboo shoots to farmers. This is what we came for. And so it's been an absolute joy. Every morning you can't wait to get up, because the kind of people that are attracted to this kind of work, you love being with. you're never daunted, because once you make the commitment that you're in, it's such an absolute joy. And when we go over, we help in all different kinds of areas, pieces of agricultural knowledge that are very common here and are not there, that are helpful, like planting a potato. They still plant a whole potato for a potato plant. We dry it, cut out an eye, and so one potato might be 13 plants. It's a whole row of plants. Just to be able to share that knowledge, it's an absolute thrill. On the subject of starting a new project, I feel like that the small step forward and with a prayer is what launches it. And then everything else just comes to you. They say you send that message out to the universe, and that God sends 1,000 angels to help you do it. And that's certainly the way I feel about being an American. It's what Americans do. Everybody's doing God's work. And so you don't have to worry about how to get it done. He'll send you what you need.